Hello everyone, it is Steven here today, or Super Bruce 91, and hope you guys are all having a wonderful day because I certainly am. Today was our first scrimmage as a freshman baseball team in my high school, so today was pretty good. We ended up winning our first scrimmage of the year, 5-4. We were trailing the entire game, but in the last inning we had a rally, and we ended up winning the game 5-4. Today was a pretty good day for me. I got hit by pitch, I got a ground out, and I made a few good plays at second base today, so overall not a half bad day. So I hope you guys are sharing that same great day as I am today. So anyways, as most of you guys do know, Black Ops 2 just recently released for PlayStation 3, Xbox, and PC all sorts of new downloadable content. Now this includes some titles, some emblems, or I guess you could say, and some camos. Now, the first thing I asked my friends when I first heard this was being released was, does the Season Pass for Black Ops 2 cover all of this DLC? And unfortunately the answer to that question was no. So even if you do have the Season Pass, which I paid $50 for mine, you're not going to be able to get the titles or the camos for free. You have to actually go buy them for about 60 Microsoft points each, and I think some packs are 160. So I think that we should be getting these little pieces of DLC for free, to be quite honest. You know, I think that some of this DLC that costs money really shouldn't be costing money to anybody. I feel that these titles, these camos, they should have just been in the game to begin with. I mean, it's kind of like what Modern Warfare 3 did with their playlist system. As you guys probably know, as Modern Warfare 3's lifespan went on and on, they kept on adding game modes for free to the community playlist. And they never made us pay for those new game modes, even people that weren't premium members. But Black Ops is taking something a lot smaller and a lot more insignificant, and they're making that cost money, which I don't think is really fair. I mean, I think we should all be getting these flag icons and these camos, because, you know, in Modern Warfare 2, you guys, weren't flags just something that came with the game in the titles, like emblem and like package and stuff? Now they're trying to say, give us a little bit of money and we'll give you flag titles. I mean, what do you do? I mean, who cares? It's just flag titles. But yet, I'm seeing that a lot of people are buying these flags, and I don't understand it. We should be getting this stuff for free. We shouldn't be supporting a company that should be giving us this stuff for no cost to us. Instead, we're paying them money and just saying, here, give me more DLC. Like, we don't need new DLC, like flag icons and stuff. I mean, we should just say we want this stuff for free. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense that Infinity Ward gives us free game modes, and they're giving us titles that cost money. I just don't see the logic behind that. And, you know, I'm not going to be supporting them because I'm not going to be buying any of this stuff. I just don't feel it's necessary, for one, and I think it should just come with the game to begin with. I remember how we all used to think that Infinity Ward was the most greedy company ever and how they were the worst developers of all time. But from what I'm seeing in Black Ops 2, I'm really believing that Treyarch is more of a money whore than Infinity Ward really is, because, you know, Infinity Ward really didn't do a terrible job with Modern Warfare 3. They kept the game fresh, they kept on adding game modes for free, they even gave people free terminal. I mean, that's pretty great. I hope that Black Ops 2 will do something like that, where they'll just bring back firing range or something like that, or a fan favorite map from the first Black Ops. But from what we're seeing right now, it doesn't look like they're willing to give us anything for free. I mean, if there's one thing that they could have done was give us the titles for free. They're nothing big, they didn't cost them any money for them to implement into the game. And, you know, that also brings up another point. They did introduce a new system where you can buy custom classes. Now, I don't have anything really against that because, you know, it's really up to you. I mean, if you really enjoy playing Call of Duty, but you want to have a bunch of different class setups for a bunch of different game modes and situations, then I think you should be able to buy that type of stuff. But, you know, the titles and the camos should just come with the game to begin with. I mean, it's just something that should have been with the game on launch day, but just wasn't in the final cut. In Modern Warfare 3, the same thing happened. They added Drop Zone, they added Infected. All of these things were stuff that should have been in the final cut of the game to begin with, but they weren't. But at least Infinity Ward didn't make us pay for it. They just gave it to us for free. Treyarch just isn't doing anything for us right now. They're just trying to milk the franchise, I think. they're going too far with this DLC for type of stuff. The only reason why I see that they're doing this is just to scam people of money, because we all know that a lot of people will just buy DLC because it's DLC. And Treyarch isn't stupid. They know that they're going to make a lot of money off people who are willing to pay for camos and titles. You know, I just think that maybe if the community as a whole just wouldn't be buying that kind of DLC, maybe we would in the future just get the stuff for free instead of having to pay them little amounts of money every few weeks. I mean, just think of it. If they keep on adding this type of stuff up, you're going to be spending like $5–10 for titles and like classes and game modes and all that type of stuff. And we should just tell Treyarch that we don't want to have to pay for this kind of stuff, and that we should be getting it for free, because we really should be. This is not something that costs them any money to implement into the game. It's like they just took something from the game that should have been there, and they just said, hey guys, let's just put this off to the side, and we're just gonna wait to release it from DLC so people can just pay us more money. I think that this is all just a setup plan by Treyarch just to get us to pay more money than we really should be. But, you know, that kind of concludes my rant about this new DLC that came out. You know, I don't have anything against anybody who wants to buy this type of stuff. If you have the money for it, like just Microsoft points laying around, you know, maybe it's not a bad option. It's not that much money, but, you know, when you start adding things up, you guys, you're going to realize that you're paying a lot of money for one game. I mean, you buy the season pass, you're going to be, that's $50. You bought the Hardened Edition, that's like $80 right there. So 80 plus 50 equals $130. Buy a few of these little packs here and there, you're talking $140, $150 on just one game. So you might think that this is just a little bit of money, but when you start adding up all this DLC that you're going to be downloading, you're going to realize how much money you're wasting on just silly things like titles and new classes. But, you know, if you're just like looking for something that's just like appealing to the eye, like a new camo and stuff, I mean, there's nothing wrong with buying it, but I'm just saying it's not necessary. I mean, what's a camo gonna do for you? It's not gonna do anything for you. What's a flag icon gonna do for you? Not too much. So I'm just gonna generally say, you know, unless you're really desperate for something new, you can just stay away from the DLC because it doesn't really have anything interesting or mandatory that is offered here. It's just little collector's items, knickknacks. It's nothing necessary here. So I am beginning to think that pretty soon Treyarch is going to be revealing the next DLC coming out for Xbox 360, probably within the next few weeks, because when the DLC was released, I believe it was sometime in like February or March, I forgot exactly, but you know, it's been a little while since that DLC's come out, and I'm getting a feeling that there's going to be a reveal coming up in the short future for the new DLC. I'm not sure what it's going to be called yet. I'm hoping that this is going to be a pretty good DLC, just like Revolution was. But I do hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. If you did, please leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. I thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys all later. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.